All right, kids, a quick review here on what we did yesterday. Remember that if you are going to divide a number that has a decimal in it by a decimal, you have to make the decimal here on the left, you got to make it a whole number. So we're going to move this over 2 spaces, which makes us a 12. So that means we have to move this guy over 1, 2. So the decimal would actually be right there. So we put a 0 in the place. So our actual number is 1,860. So that's pretty easy to look at. Now we have we don't have any decimals anymore. So we have 1,860 divided by 12. So 12 goes into 18 one time. 1 times 12 is 12. Subtract that, you're going to get 6. Bring down your 6. 12 goes into 66 5 times. 12 times 5, and I know my 12s. Some of you don't, but you're going to look at it and say, well, 12 times 5, that's 10. Oh, that's 60. So then you subtract that, you're going to get a 6. We have one more 0 to bring down. Hey, I just said that was, so we have another 5. So we take another 60, subtract it, and we're going to get 0. So my answer to this original problem is 155. Next problem, you have to bring this over 1 space, which makes this a 14. So that means you have to bring this one over 1 space, which is going to make this a 0 and 7 tenths now. Put your decimal up here. How many times will 14 go into 0? 0 times. How many times will 14 go into 7? 0 times. We'll take that 0 times 14. It's going to give you 0. Subtract like you always do. And that's going to give you 7. Now this is where we have to make the 0 over here, because we have to clear this number at the bottom. It can't have anything left over. So we bring that 0 down. 14 goes into 70. Well, I can guess, and I can say, well, 14 times, let's go 4. If I do that, it's going to be 16. That's going to be 56. I think I can do one more, so let's just try 5. Let's put a 5 right here. 14 times 5. That's 20. What's the 2 up? Hey, 70. I am finished. Now I just subtract them. I get 0. So my answer is 0.05 or 5 hundredths. The last problem, we have a few more spots to move. We have to move over 2 spots to get this to be a 4. So we're going to have just a plain old 4 right there. And then we have to move this over 2, which leaves us at 382 and 2 tenths. So to keep track of our decimal, we're just going to put that right there. Now, does 4 go into 3? It does not, but 4 goes into 38. Again, I know my facts. I know that it's 9 times 4 equals 36. Subtract those, you're going to get 2. Bring down your 2. 4 goes into 22 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract that. It's going to give you a 2. And get rid of that box. You need to bring down this 2. Oops. 4 goes into 22. Again, 5 times, which gives me 20. And again, look, I have 2 down here. 2. Well, I have to make those zeros again until I clear this out. And we're going to start up here since this is a 2. And we're going to pretend like we bring down the 0. We're going to bring it to there. 4 goes into 20. Another 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract that, you get 0. So we're done. So our answer is 95 and 55 hundredths. Just like that. Got to do those steps every single time. Good luck.